Hello friends, it's Laura and welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know, I run the mommy blog Cool Mom and Collected. I put out blog posts every Monday and I put out a YouTube video every Thursday. If you guys like what you're seeing, I hope that you subscribe because I would love to have you a part of this family where we all learn how to be a little bit more cool, calm, and collected. Today, we're going to be talking about marriage, but not just any marriage. We're going to be talking about a healthy and strong marriage after kids. My husband and I are married, happily married, may I add, for almost 10 years, and we only had children about 3 years ago. I have learned a lot, and he has learned a lot about how to have a healthy relationship after having kids and how to maintain that healthy marriage. So get ready because I have 12 ways that you can make sure that you have a healthy marriage after kids. Number 1, always present yourself as a team. Although my husband and I aren't always going to agree 100% on every little thing, when it comes to our children, we want them to know that mommy and daddy are a team. Which means if you run to daddy asking him for something and daddy says no, there's no point in asking mom because mom is gonna say no too. I think it's good for kids to see parents have healthy disagreements in front of their children. When it comes to a parental disagreement, we like to keep those in private so that our children always view us united. We think it also provides a lot of comfort to the parent, especially because even when you're married, parenting can feel very lonely. And so being united is something that's really important. Number 2, make time for date nights. Who are we kidding? We are not always gonna get out on a date night. So whether you plan something special in when the kids are in bed or out, make sure that you are setting aside that time to spend together, making each other a priority. Some parents will say, oh, well, the kids hang out and we're still together. We're spending time together. It's best to be just the two of you. Time alone together, building on memories that you've created when it was just the two of you, will really help carry over some of the similar memories that you built on from your pre-children days. Number 3, care for your individual inner and outer selves. All right, as a mom, I'm gonna be real honest. I'm in pajamas, I'm no makeup, it is important for us as moms to not just prioritize everyone else's needs before our own. We have to do a little self-care, and by valuing ourselves and by taking care of ourselves, we're also showing our husband not only do we value ourselves, but we value a healthy desire to be pleasing to the eye, and this should go both ways. I really want to make sure that I add finding my identity in Christ allows me not to depend heavily on my sole value being found in what my husband feels. This kind of frees me and allows me to be able to love my husband despite how he sees me on any given day. I cannot find my value in my husband or my children or my friends. I have to find my value in Jesus Christ. Number 4, keep each other first. As parents, we can become so enamored, so in love with our children that our relationship with our spouse that started it all just ends up falling to the wayside. We really work to prevent this by always keeping each other our first priority. This prevents division, it creates balance, our love just overflows onto our children. We also believe that this provides a healthy view of marriage for our children. Our relationship with God, followed by each other, and then our children, is the foundation of our parenting. Number 5, verbalize what you love about each other on a daily basis. Once kids join the party, the time for words and love and affirmation could not be at a better time. Speaking words of kindness is such a healing and uplifting act for our partner and for ourselves. We have to be really careful when we're speaking to each other that we're using healing words and not hurtful words. Negative words towards your spouse in regards to your children can really, really tear them down. Not only that, but when your children witness that, it sets the mood for how they too respect that parent, which can be really, really frustrating because no parent wants to be disrespected by their spouse, let alone by their child. So instead, thank your spouse. Thank them for everything that they do, for watching the child so you can get dressed, for providing for the family, for always spending time with you, for the little things. Verbally praising your husband, whether it's just you and him or you're with other people, that will build such a confidence as a parent, and it will really help him to take pride in his job as a father. Number 6, keep physical intimacy a priority. It's so sad that there is a stigma that once you have kids, your intimate life is over. That is not Not only is that not true, but it's a total choice. You know that you make time for those things in life that you want to be a priority. So get those kids to bed and make it a priority. Get to it. Your spouse will thank you during and later. Number 7, put your phones away. Put your phones away. Don't feel judged, because I am not just talking to you. I am talking to me, and I am talking to my husband. Kids are a handful enough. Constantly being on your phone when you are in the presence of your spouse, it creates a barrier, a very literal barrier. And it gets in the way of your communication. There is a time where we all just like go on our phones and we're doing our thing. We have to remember what it's like to connect together. Sometimes we just have to put the cell phone aside and spend time with each other. Once again, I'm not judging you. I'm preaching to the choir, because cell phones, man. Number 8, share in life's responsibilities together. Similar to my first point of being viewed as a team, it's great to interact as a team. Having children is going to involve having more responsibility, but only having one of the two partners doing it is going to cause some serious burnout, some serious drainage, and some serious possible bitterness. You see your hubby's having a really hard time with the kids in one particular way, let him know, hey babe, honestly, if that's like really hard, instead of you losing your temper, just let's have a code word. Pizza, pumpkins, pickles, why all peas? I don't know. But let's just make sure that we are taking care of each other so that our children are seeing the best of us and not always the worst. Rotate responsibilities so that you guys aren't burning out. Give each other a break, permission to unwind. Sit down together and just talk about ways that you can help lessen the load for the other. Or maybe there's something that one parent just really doesn't want to do, but the other is happy to do that. Talk about the burdens that you're going to help each other carry in order to make this parenting thing really, really work. This is going to be so appreciated by your spouse. And hubbies, if you're listening, your wives would love this too. Just carry a bit of the burden. Don't let your wife just be... Number 9, give yourselves grace. I'm gonna get real with you guys for a second. You guys know I'm a mama of 2. When children come into the picture, there are so many beautiful things that you experience, but there's also a lot of just crazy transitions. There are gonna be days where your husband is chasing the toddler around and you are just in a room nursing forever. You won't have that quality time to spend with each other like you did before. Remember that you are both on the same team working towards the same goal. You're just currently tackling different responsibilities that help you guys both adjust to your new family dynamic. Do not worry, this season will pass. You will not be in the season of hecticness and craziness forever. Number 10, go on adventures with your kids. Now, I know a lot of people, they say about how important it is to get away together, just you and the husband. And I just said that. I think that that's great. That's awesome. But I do think that there's equally a need to go on adventures with your kids as a family. I think doing so helps prevent this idea that once we have kids, all of a sudden party's over. My husband and I have done a lot of cool things with our kids, especially at a young age. When my son was 8 months and then when my daughter was 4 months, we actually rented a minivan in Colorado and we went minivan camping to save money and just to like be closer together as a family. It was fun. We also did a road trip, like a 45-hour road trip. These are things that other people will tell you you can't do with kids, but you set the standard for your family. If you want to end all fun right when you have kids, that is another choice yet again. You can decide if you still want to have fun, of course, while being responsible for the health and safety of your children. It gives you this sense of life even after having children. It gives you something to reminisce about and bond about as a family, and it kind of just ties a positive light to having a family, not that life stopped once you had a family. Number 11, make decisions for your kids together. Don't place the desires that you have for your children above that of your spouses. I can speak for myself and say that I, in the beginning, was pretty passionate. If something didn't go my way with my children, I maybe took it out on my spouse because, I really felt like mama knows best. But the truth is, this mama did not make the baby all by herself. Remember that you are not the only voice that matters. Consider the voice of your husband and let him know that he does have a role in these children. And it is you and him all the way. The last thing that you want to communicate is that you know your child better than your spouse, or that you get the last say. Hear each other out. Consider each other's concerns. Do that and make the best decision for your children. You will have more peace agreeing on something with your spouse than you just making the sole decision. Try and find ways to compromise to make that work. And I must add, it should not always be one person compromising all the time. It really should be two people. It shouldn't just be the woman always like kind of saying okay, or the man. You guys should really learn to do that together. It's important for the parents to both feel like equally valued players in their children's life. The child will appreciate that in the future, seeing an equal involvement from both mom and dad. Last but not least, number 12, inquire about each other's dreams. So this is another really sad stigma, but a lot of times people say once kids come into the picture, the dreams of the parents go out. You are still the wife to that husband. You are still married to your spouse, and you can still look out for their needs and encourage their dreams. And one way that I like doing this is by just talking to your husband, talking to your spouse and saying, hey, like, what dreams are you having? What things do you want to accomplish? And how can we work to make that happen? This gesture will blow your spouse's mind. It will make them feel like they won the Nobel Prize to be able to have a loving spouse, even after kids, that's considering their needs and not just the dreams and the achievements of their children. Try to make sure that you are giving enough love to your spouse and keeping his passions alive. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed these 12 ways that you can make sure you have a healthy marriage after kids. I would love to hear which point of mine was your favorite. Did you like this marriage-related video? Would you like to see more? Let me know in the comments below. I'm already looking forward to next Thursday's video, so please like this video if you liked it, and please subscribe to see more videos like this every Thursday. That's my daughter. Okay, the children are coming. I should really go. I will see you guys later. I will see you in next week's video. Bye. I'm coming.